Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the Overnight Action Report, where we take a look at Asia here on this Monday morning. It is March 27th, 2017. My name is Joseph Cusick with the Cusick Group, securities offered by MoneyBlock. Let's just jump right in. The overnight session, it got ugly. Japan down 1.44%. You can see it finished the overnight action at 18,985.60, down 276.90. There's three notable things. One, obviously, the inability for the U.S. to pass health care. That's going to impact tax reform. That's going to impact trade policy. There's going to be a lot of headwinds right now going into the next month or so. Number two is Prime Minister Abe came out and basically said, the bottom line is that this is not time or maybe too early to think about pulling back on monetary stimulus. That put some pressure on the market. Also, what put pressure on the market is the action in the yen. If you take a look at the yen, it's trading now down 16 cents at 86.55, but you can see it was trading at its best levels. It's pulled off against the U.S. dollar. But the yen strength has been pretty impressive, and that had put pressure on Japanese stocks all night. And we're going to watch that very closely because that strength has been the biggest laggard in the Japanese markets. Notable movers in the Nikkei were Toyota Motors as well as Honda. They were both down in the overnight session about 1.5%. Now, taking a look at China. The Shanghai Composite just finished barely in the red, down about 2.5 points. You can see it's well above its 20-day and its 50-day moving average. China, muted reaction to the U.S. inability to pass health care, and again, looking out at other reform components that could have more headwinds. China is not moving. As a matter of fact, if you actually take a look at China and Hong Kong did take it a little bit more down about almost 0.7% at 0.68% at 24,193, but still above that 20-day and a 50-day moving average. Now, while Japan might be a little bit difficult to think about getting into right now, especially with monetary policy still not even in the forefront of changing in Japan and the strength of the yen, China, though, China could be another story, and that's why exposure, that's why I was talking about last week, we were talking a lot about where are we going to start looking to potentially cycle into new positions or build into pre-existing ones. Well, the emerging markets or the Far East markets are going to be the areas that we're going to be looking at, as well as Europe and Australia. But we're going to look at these areas, especially ones where we see strength. And we see some strength here, especially as weakness, or at least, let's not say weakness, but at least we're seeing some headwinds in the markets here in the States. Finally, we also had the People's Bank of China governor, I'm going to destroy his name right now, Zhao Chan. Came out and said that bottom line is that we need to basically remove ourselves from this quantitative easing path, and this may be the time. That maybe was a signal or a sign of why the markets actually held up quite well overnight. And we'll watch that. The yuan continues to basically trade in the same level against the U.S. dollar. It's strengthening a little bit, which was notable last week. We saw that they did not infuse any capital into the market, so the currency has been holding up. We'll see if that continues overnight. All right, folks, that's it for the overnight action report. We're going to be back at 8:45 Eastern Time. We're going to talk about everything that's going on in Europe, and it is definitely a difficult market at this juncture this Monday morning. So join us here at MarketStream.live. See you then.